Andromaynushnama Baitidu Aishmadeva Sadayete Aishmadeva Upastam Aishmadeva Upadrochnama Baitidu Aishmadeva Sadayete Aishmadeva.
Hello, this is Michael W. Ford, and today's video is a presentation of perhaps an example of ritual music and how that can be employed and utilized in magic and what it has to do with magic. So as a career-long, since the 90s, musician, I've explored many different styles of dark music, from black metal being one of the first in the USA to do that with the second wave, more or less, in the early 90s, to death industrial, dark industrial, ritualistic music, electronics, all of these different styles. In recent years, Akhtya, which is my magical name, but it's also the name of my dark ambient ritual solo project, which I record ceremonial soundscapes and types of dark ritual music. I also have other projects: Darkness and Shroud, Valfor, Nintakinga, which is a dark dungeon synth project coming out soon, and various other things that I'm involved with. Ritual music, going back to the 80s, with Zero Comma, early Current 93, Montgomery Bone. There are so many types of that come to the imagination of ritual music, and generally it's a structure, a composition of soundscapes to produce with electronics and organic sounds and types of atmosphere, types of a mindset, that which can subvert an idea, like a moralistic concept of self-liberation, deprogramming from society. That was some of the original concepts of ritual music in the 80s and the 90s. Same. In current years, there's a lot of really good ritual bands. And Akhtya has actually collaborated with Emma Ya, who are, he's been around forever and a great brother of mine. Edgar Kerval, who also is a magus in his own right. We had the group that Akhtya's collaborated with called Corona Barathri. And, right now we have the really sad comedy of coronavirus. But in thinking of that, Corona Barathri are a fantastic ritualistic project. I've collaborated with them on a few recordings and have many more that we're working on. They're from Russia, and they've released through their own record label, which is the title of this recording, Speculum Diaboli. And it's the first Corona Barathri release on this Russian-based label. They have a Bandcamp, they have CD copies in limited numbers. This album, Speculum Diaboli, is a look into inner darkness. And this is direct in hidden depth, in Satan's temple, inside, and see the real face in the reflection of the abyss. It's contrary to just throwing horrific shock and awe type concepts out. This is actually using a Luciferian perspective in embracing darkness and the adversary, and seeing Satan as a force that can both interact and be outside of the physical self or the temple of self. Ritual music can design specific types of atmospheres depending on what you're trying to aim, depending on the types of vocals used, the type of atmospheres used. This is all very important because if you use it correctly, it is just like having an altar statue or having incense, candles, the entire atmosphere. Ritual music can aid in meditation, in focusing your energies, in your invocations, your ceremonial workings, your physical workings, such as doing very strenuous exercise while meditating on a mantra, while focusing on something you wish to attain, opening a gate. That's what Korona Barathri does. It's the real thing. So it's always a pleasure to work with them and collaborate. Their soundscapes are wonderfully composed, and recently on Speculum Diaboli, I was involved in doing ritual vocals with ITER VIOLENTIAE, which has various invocations in it. Generally, another concept of this recording is tied with the crown of the abyss, the unbreakable blood ties, reflecting darkness, and more or less darkness like the mirror of Diabolus. Korona Barathri features Akhtya, who is a great Russian brother, and Kine, and they often feature Infernus and various other artists and black magicians as well. So being that Speculum Diaboli is a ritual ambient label, and it is founded by the Russian occult group Korona Barathri, they focus on dark spirituality and devilish essence. And their sacrosanct goal is to bring darkness to this world. And that's something I totally am aligned with and understand and celebrate that they are doing that. So check out the recordings, and depending on your taste, your type of working, this will be something that you can utilize. It's also very authentic in Luciferian ceremonial magic, satanic music in practice, and you don't get any more really authentic than that. It's a working within its recording. It's not just entertainment. It can be used for that. It can be used for background listening. Like I've said, meditation, ceremonial invocations, all types, even aspects of dream magic, projection, vampirism, etc. There is a 4-track list on Speculum Diaboli, and it is the first track of Expulsio Sancti, Anathema. The second is ITER Violentiae, which is a track that Akhtya, I recorded invocations for. The third is Invocatum Diabolium, and then Speculum Diaboli. An evolving, transmorphing, therionic, nightmarish wave of soundscapes await you with nearly all of the recordings. They've collaborated with Melikta, who are veterans as well. So check this group out. They're a fantastic, serious ritual foundation, if you will. And watch for more collaborations between Emaya, myself as Akhtya, Korona Barathri, and various other associates that they have. Thank you for watching.